and
Suri.
And we are here to discuss Suri's first week of our trial of using CBD oil to treat ADHD. We wanted to discuss what is ADHD. Scientifically, ADHD is a neurological disorder, and it's a spectrum disorder. So that means that it can range from limited attention span and then all the way to the end, hyperactivity. You can also meet in the middle and have both. Suri has been diagnosed with both, but primarily limited attention, which brings us to our objective of recording this journey and starting her on CBD oil, because we want to manage Suri's attention deficit disorder effectively with the least amount of side effects. So last week we discussed how we started CBD oil, and this is the brand. It's Cow Key. And if you'd like to know more on where we get the CBD oil, why we chose this brand, leave it in the comment section. We'll be happy to do a separate video on this. Last week we started at 1 milligram of this water-soluble CBD oil, and that gives her 5 milligrams of CBD. For her weight, which is 74 pounds, it's recommended that she uses at the minimum 9 milligrams of CBD. At the maximum, 15 milligrams is the recommended strength. So we have decided that in week 2, we're going to double the amount to 10 milligrams of CBD oil, which is a quarter teaspoon of the CBD oil, or 2 milligrams of the CBD oil. Before we go any further, I did want Suri to give some feedback on how she felt week 1 went, whether or not there were any side effects that she experienced. Then I will discuss what I've noticed, if there were any changes that I've noticed when she took the 5 milligrams of CBD oil. So Suri, tell me, did you feel like you had any side effects? Did you feel funny? Did you feel anything physically? Did you feel anything emotionally? Tell me, how was it for you?
Well, taking the oil, it actually is much better than the traditional ADHD medicine that I was taking. There's no terrible side effects. I'm eating healthily, and I feel more better when I do stuff I actually want to do my chores. I feel better when I do my work. I can focus and stuff. So I like it. It's much better. It's helping.
Have you experienced anything strange while on the medication?
Well, on the first day at nighttime, I felt a very extreme pulse in my hand. I thought it was my heart, so I got scared. But when I felt my heart with my other hand, it was normal. So that's how I know it was my hand. The same thing happened the second night, but it was less aggressive.
Okay. So I do want to add that her therapist is aware that we are starting CBD oil. So we want to keep our video short and simple. So if you want more information on signs that we would look out for to stop using CBD oil, let me know down in the comments. Anyhow, regarding any symptoms that I noticed with Suri is pretty much been your normal 11-year-old girl with ADHD, of course. She's still pretty talkative, and she's still really creative. She loves her TikToks. She loves making funny noises to get attention from me and her daddy. And she's still pretty much the same, which we don't want a robot, and we're not trying to stifle our child's personality. So that's fine with us. What we're really focused on is making sure that she has something to aid her with being able to complete her schoolwork coming up this school term, which, by the way, is going to be 100% virtual. So that gives us even more control and even more of a platform to monitor her while she's using CBD. We find that a blessing in disguise. With that being said, this week we'll be starting her on 2 times the amount that we were giving her last week, since we didn't notice anything that was physically harming her taking the CBD oil. So we'll be starting her on 10 milligrams of CBD, which she started this morning. Suri, how do you feel so far?
I feel normal. I probably feel like better in the afternoon. But yeah, I feel normal.
She took it maybe about an hour and a half ago. And I will give her some schoolwork. Speaking of last week and the week before and in the last few weeks, I've been giving my kids schoolwork just to try and keep their memory fresh, so they don't have too much of a memory loss when it comes to schoolwork they've done throughout the year. Suri had work prior to starting CBD oil. She only finished 25% of that work, and she got 25% of the 25. She got 100% of the 25% wrong. So she really didn't put much effort into completing it. I know that she can, but she didn't. Last week, while she was on the CBD oil, she completed 75% of her schoolwork, and she only missed one question. Now, I will say that with this work that I gave her versus the work that I gave her this week, this one was majority English, language arts, reading, which is more of her strong point. And then this one was majority math, which is more of her struggle subject. So I think what I'm going to do to be able to judge it fairly to see if the oil is working is I'm going to give her the same math problems for the next couple of weeks just to see if there's any improvement in her ability to answer those math problems. So I will keep you posted on that. But for now, I think this is a good point to stop with this video. Next week, we can talk about the side effects of traditional ADHD medication versus the side effects that she's experienced so far with the CBD oil. If you have any further questions regarding our journey, as far as how we got started, where we get the CBD oil, things of that nature, feel free to comment. Please like and subscribe. We want to be able to help as many of those parents that are interested out there in making their decision. And also, we want to make it known that we don't judge any parents in how they decide to treat their child's ADHD. If you feel like the traditional medication route is best for you, I'm all for it because we tried that route. If you want to try CBD, I'm all for it. Or if you want to try nothing at all. Every single child with ADHD is different. And it's up to you as the parent to find out the best route to take. So kudos to you all. Thank you for supporting us on this journey. And you have a great day.